Good afternoon. Welcome to Georgia State University. My name is Carla Huggins. I'm with the Department of Physical Therapy, and we will start our program in a moment, but just a few short housekeeping items. First, we will have a full house in here this afternoon, so we ask that you move to the middle of your section and leave open seats near the aisles for the late arrivals. And second, we will have a number of degree candidates to recognize, so we ask that you hold your applause at the end of each major and degree class. I'm just a messenger. But I know if my baby was graduating. But you have been given the message. And finally, please turn your cell phones to vibrate or silent so that the degree candidates will be able to hear their name called. So, at this time, you may stand for the processional.
The Dean of Byrdine College Nursing and Health Professions. I want to welcome our graduates. I'm used to yelling, so in classroom, but this helps. I want to welcome our graduates, family, and friends. to the Spring Clinical Doctor Commencement and Holding Ceremony. Today, we're recognizing our students who have completed the degree requirements for the professional doctoral degrees. With our high-achieving students, including those who are here today, our dedicated faculty, and our highly impactful research, the Lewis College is well on its way to our vision of becoming the premier school for the education of healthcare professionals in the Southeast. Our graduates will join a rich history of healthcare professionals at Georgia State University. We're now more than 13,000 alumni strong. If you have been treated in the metro Atlanta area and increasingly across state, chances are you have been treated by one of our alumni. Our graduates have sacrificed to reach this day. Many of you have families to care for and jobs to support your education, but you have not walked your journey alone. The family and friends have been on the sidelines rooting for you all the way. So graduates, if you could stand up, turn around, and give them a round of applause. Thank you. Of course, we'll not be here today without our dedicated and supportive faculty either. Will the faculty please rise to be recognized? Thank you. This day is truly special. It's one that where we pause and we say congratulations on job well done, graduates. And graduates, I will leave you with this final message. Take the knowledge you have gained with you, as well as your compassion, enthusiasm, and resolve. Stay in touch with the Lewis College and share your professional accomplishments with us. And most importantly, never cease to provide effective and compassionate care to your patients. They are counting on you. With that, I will turn the podium to Dr. Kenya Cookendall, Interim Associate Dean for Nursing, who will introduce our keynote speaker. Dr. Cookendall.
Thank you, Dr. Mo. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure, a distinct pleasure, to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Natalie Jones. And I'm going to go off script just a little bit because I have known and worked with Dr. Jones for a number of years, and to be here today and have her as our keynote speaker is definitely an honor that I have in introducing her, and I think it's going to be a great honor for the students that she can share her wisdom and inspiration with you. Dr. Jones is a nursing leader with a background in nursing recruitment and retention. She earned her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing degree at South Carolina State University, a Master's of Science in Nursing at Loyola University, and her Doctorate of Nursing Practice here at Georgia State University in the Lewis College of Nursing and Health Professions. And she earned her DNP in 2022. She began her career as a registered nurse in South Carolina and Alabama before relocating to Georgia, where she held nursing positions at large metropolitan health systems, DeKalb Regional Health System, Wellstar Health System. And at Wellstar, she was an innovative leader. She led the development and management of recruiting initiatives for nursing across the health system. For all of her successful efforts there at Wellstar, she received the Wellstar Nursing Excellence Award for innovation in nursing. In January, Dr. Jones started a new position, so she's blazing new trails. And she started this new position as the Senior Vice President of Clinical Practice and Innovation at ProLink Staffing, where she is responsible for the engagement and quality of the clinical teams and the advancement of education of professional practice and regulatory compliance. A lot of responsibility that is in great hands. She is a member of the Board of Trustees of the Georgia Nurses Association and the Lewis College of Nursing and Health Professions Advisory Board. And we are thrilled to have her share her thoughts and inspirations with us and our graduates today. Dr. Jones, please welcome Dr. Jones.
Wow. I'm so honored just to be here. So good afternoon, Dr. Moe, Dr. Nucci, Dr. Gallen, Dr. Kirkendall, distinguished chairs, faculty, and you, the graduates of 2023 Byrdine F. Lewis College of Nursing and Health Professions. It is my honor and my privilege to stand before you on this momentous occasion. You did it. You crushed it. You fought for it. And now that doctorate is yours and yours alone. That simple piece of paper reflects the highest academic achievement in your field and so much more. It represents long hours of coursework and research, demanding clinical experiences, project partners you feared would never come through, project partners who feared you would never come through. The near disappearance of that elusive commodity known as work-life balance. Days of hope and optimism when you pursued a doctorate made all the sense in the world, and days of uncertainty when it was hard to remember why you ever signed up for this in the first place. I quit every day. But now, as your loved ones look on with pride and you look upon yourselves and one another with pride, the hope outweighs the doubt. 2 years after you began this academic marathon, you have crossed the finish line, and your why shines brightly as the medal around your neck, invisible medal, right? When Dr. Moe offered me the extraordinary honor of presenting this address, I was thrilled and humbled. I knew that this year's crop of commencement speakers included notables like Oprah Winfrey, Tom Hanks, Idina Menzel, Condoleezza Rice, and Atlanta's own Sanjay Gupta. These household names are among the most accomplished and admired men and women of our day. I questioned that I was being honored in the same way, but after reflecting, I realized what I lack in fame, I make up for in familiarity with this graduating class. You see, just 1 year ago, I sat where you sat, excited, exhausted, and thrilled that I had made it to the same finish line you have just crossed. While an A-list celebrity like Oprah or Hanks would offer entertaining remarks and lots of media attention, this invitation was very near and dear to me from Dr. Moe. By inviting me, he sought for me to provide you with an intimate perspective on this journey from someone who gets it. As a 2022 graduate of the Doctorate in Nursing Practice program, I am just enough ahead of you to be able to see around the bend. And I'm delighted to report that the race was entirely worth it. As it's written in Ecclesiastes, the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but to he that endures to the end. The degree I hold dear from a place I hold dear has already proven a beacon and an inspiration. Those who know me best have their own ideas about what this achievement means. According to my mom, and who knows you better than your mom, Completing this program resulted in a palpable change in my worldview and thinking. My 3 beautiful children, Miles, Joshua, and Morgan, expressed their own kind of pride, clearly liking the sound of doctor before the name of the person they call mom. And to my husband, Cleon, who played football in college and a little bit beyond, put it sweetly, "Congratulations, honey, you made it to the NFL." Beyond the pride I brought to my family and to myself, this doctorate has opened professional doors, including some I would never have imagined walking through. When I graduated from the Lewis College last year, I was serving as WellStar's Executive Director of Workforce Development, with the focus on strategies to improve the healthcare pipeline. This work was challenging and exciting, and as my team and I sought to transform and innovate clinical practice in the clinical practice setting, we wanted to make sure that we had the best environment to retain our very best nurses. Several months later, I found myself being sought after for opportunities that would allow me a much broader scope and impact. After much thought and prayer, I joined ProLink, a nationally based workforce solutions company, as their Senior Vice President of Clinical Practice and Innovation. Though I had no interest in leaving WellStar or any intention of leaving WellStar, I was drawn to this opportunity to focus on many of the same priorities, but with a wider and national footprint. This has afforded me the ability to continue my DMP work as I advance strategies and things that will impact retention and intent to stay, workforce strategies, and burnout within a larger healthcare community. Now, that's a lot. I'm not here to brag or to bore you with my LinkedIn profile. You can connect with me there if you'd like. But I rather want to emphasize the diverse and exciting possibilities to continue the work you have started during this doctoral process. Much as I did last year, you are graduating or commencing at a time of historic turn and change. Among the forces of that work is the remarkable pace and promise of technology. In nursing, the imprint of tech is everywhere, from portable monitors that advance patient safety to smart pumps to medication management, electronic medical records that reduce the risk of capturing real-time patient data. Consider this. When I graduated last May, few had heard of ChatGPT, yet 12 months later, the AI asset is helping nurses plan treatment, simplify administrative tasks, and develop continuing education modules. Digital solutions have also become a permanent part of the landscape for physical therapists, with wearable tech to improve movement and manage pain, rehabilitation robots, and video games that engage patients in their own recovery. Another trend influencing your future is the ongoing push for interdisciplinary care, with clinicians and ancillary providers providing care that will achieve the very best patient outcomes. You'll be touched as well by the priority on mental health, as nurses and therapists play a greater role in the emotional well-being of their patients. Also, a factor is the continuing demand for nurses and therapists, fueled by burnout, staffing shortages, and the demand by the aging population. So what is my message to you? It is, be prepared, be nimble, never stop learning, be willing to take the risk. And yes, I did say risk. Because regardless of your choices, there will be times when you feel as though you are leaping into the unknown, taking on daunting new responsibilities with no guarantee of success. Stay open to what's next. I was the young nurse who never imagined a setting outside of the bedside. When I completed my BSN and master's, I was unaware of the extraordinary possibilities that lie ahead. Many with terminal degrees like you or like we have will enjoy long, fulfilling clinical careers, pouring their passion into patient care. Others will become researchers, university faculty members, or inventors of medical devices, business, government, the military, consulting. It's all within your grasp, all of it. Some of you will climb the career ladder. Some of you will cross over the lattice, finding growth and satisfaction in familiar settings. You may be called on to become leaders of your units, departments, hospitals, or companies. Titles like Chief Nursing Officer, Clinic Director, Vice President, or even CEO may precede your name. Or you may prefer to lead from your seat, avoiding formal leadership titles in favor of quietly supporting your colleagues in helping them advance. Wherever your dedication and preparation lead you, I urge you to bring a bit of your curiosity, passion, and vision along. Like the marathoner that you are, there will be times when your training and experience abandon you and doubt will creep in, and other moments that confidently embrace the challenges and decisions before you. Through it all, trust in your pattern of success. Trust in your education. Trust in your experience. Trust in your skills. And trust in your future, knowing that the strength that fueled you to achieve this degree is an integral part of you. As commencement speaker, I feel compelled to offer a couple of very quick takeaways. The first is to care for your precious resource, your own well-being. I just want to repeat that, your own well-being. I pray that you will continue to make self-care a priority, just as the Lewis College and your professors have done. As a working professional, wife, and mother, when I started this program, I was so impressed to see that self-care was woven into many classes and was a priority for many of my instructors. Now, without their support, it's important that you keep that going. As caregivers, our empathy, compassion, skill, and judgment are diminished when our health and strength are in decline. Healthcare is complicated from what I can see, and it won't get simpler anytime soon. Though we can't control that, we can control and prepare ourselves for what we face and how our minds and physical and emotional health react. I also urge you to nurture another asset, this institution. Georgia State and the Lewis College will welcome any connection you choose. I have already had the pleasure of partnering with my former professors on 2 projects over the last year, impacting the future pipeline. One of them was to host a camp for prospective nursing students on campus last summer, and the other was to collaborate to support funding to grow the respiratory therapy program. While working with Georgia State leadership and faculty, I found them aligned on common goals and as insightful as colleagues as they were as instructors. Find ways to connect, to learn from them, to give back with contributions of your time, your talent, and your treasures. Finally, the second most welcome word in any commencement address is to find ways to celebrate you and this marvelous achievement. A wise person once said, "No one pursues a doctorate for anyone but themselves." In many ways, that is true. So it is so important for you to be the one that is cheering the loudest. You who give yourself the respect that is so deserved, and because only you, dear graduates, know how hard you fought for this moment. Rick Warren, author of The Purpose-Driven Life, wrote that every problem has a purpose. Every storm is a school. Every trial is a teacher. Every experience is education. And every difficulty is for your development. As I close, the most welcome word in any commencement address is a wish that you will use every moment granted to the fullest advantage. That wish is very beautifully expressed in one of my favorite poems, Life is Just a Minute, by civil rights activist and former Morehouse College president, Dr. Benjamin E. Mays. Like me, a proud child of South Carolina, the late Dr. Benjamin Emays wrote, "I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it." Thank you so much for your attention today, for sharing your bright smiles, your beautiful families, both in such abundance today. God bless you as you pursue your careers as healers. Go forth with passion and purpose. You have crossed one finish line. Now you are on to your next adventure. Thank you.
Thank you for those very inspirational words, Dr. Jones. I'm not sure if any of the commencement speech by those big names can match yours. And also a piece of advice to our recent graduate: when you walk out that door, start preparing your commencement speech, because you may be invited back one day, and if you do well, and I'm sure most of you will. So consider yourself warned. Now, it's the moment we've been waiting for. Graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I hereby confer upon you and each of you the degree described in the official records of these commencement proceedings, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations, graduates. At this point, we will hold each of our graduates. I call Dr. Kenya Kirkendall, Interim Associate Dean for Nursing, to center stage, and Dr. Lisa Cramwell-Bruce to the podium.
Good afternoon. This one. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Lisa Cranwell-Bruce, Doctor of Nursing Practice Director, along with Dr. Kenyon Kirkendall, Interim Associate Dean of Nursing. Would the DNP degree candidates please line up to the right side of the stage? Please come forward one at a time and give your card to me. I'll call your name, and you will come across the stage to be hooded. Please hold all applause until the last degree candidate is called to the stage. We don't want to miss anyone's name. The following degree candidates are receiving the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree. Dr. Brittany Arnold. Dr. Jocelyn Baskin. Dr. Katina Edwards. Dr. Kim Horn. Dr. Cynthia Robinson Payne. Dr. Hannah Pine. Dr. Marjorie Sewanyana. Dr. Shania Scheinholster. Dr. Bridget Stroud. Dr. Marissa Terry. Dr. Jerica Tyler. Dr. Carolyn Van Buell. Dr. Tamika Young. Now let's give everyone a big round of applause. At this time, I'd like to turn the program over to physical therapy.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Kimberly Morelli, Program Director of Physical Therapy, along with Dr. Sujay Galen, Chair of Physical Therapy. Would the first row of Doctor of Physical Therapy degree candidates please stand and line up to the right? Please come forward one at a time and give your card to me to call your name. The following degree candidates are receiving the Doctor of Physical Therapy degree. Dr. Jasmine Abrahamson. Dr. Kylie Ann Aiken. Dr. Lily Ammon. Dr. Keller Nicole Anderson. Dr. Sean Blythe. Dr. Mackenzie Elise Bridges. Dr. Jessica Renee Brown. Dr. Devon Burgess, Jr. Dr. Christy Parker Butler. Dr. Lauren Emily Colston. Dr. Azra Chubo. Dr. William Michael Dearman, Jr. Dr. Kyle Falvey. Dr. Landon Fisher. Dr. Javon Isaac Francis. Dr. Akil Galani. Dr. Adrian Guncersevich. Dr. Logan Daniel Gordon. Dr. Emily Herman. Dr. Christopher Hong. Dr. Joel Johnson. Dr. Anna Gabrielle Kiesler. Dr. Jacob Mitchell Kincaid. Dr. Chad Kinshaw. Dr. Christopher Kanucky. Dr. Alexis Caitlin Matthew Rowe. Dr. Aaron Menzel Burkhardt. Dr. Anna Lauren Miller. Dr. Faith Morgan. Dr. Mark Evan Ogletree. Dr. Kelly Jo Peterson. Dr. Raphael Rahman. Dr. Stephanie Ann Reynolds. Dr. Joanna Russell. Dr. Keith Schrader. Dr. Deandra Marie Shield. Dr. Lauren Blake St. Ange. Dr. Bradley Scott Kansky. Dr. Sophia Elena Tapia. Dr. John Lam Hua Tran. Dr. Roger Weatherby. Dr. Faith Elizabeth Williams. Dr. Victoria Page Winook. Dr. Haley Jean Worthy. Can I please have another round of applause for the graduates? At this time, I would like to turn the program over to Dr. Anita Nucci to close.
Pretty good, but I think we can do a little better. Let's do one more really big round of applause for all of our graduates. Okay, much better. Thank you all for attending this ceremony today and all of our graduates. To our graduates, please keep in touch. We want to hear about all of your achievements and how you're supporting the mission of our college. So for everyone else, Please rise for the recessional, but stay at your seats until the last student has exited the auditorium. Thank you all for attending.